It's recording.
All right, we are here at the Forge. This is Asgard Radio. We are sitting here with Janet Gardner and this guy. No, I'm kidding. It's Justin.
Justin James.
Justin James. So I just want to tell you that I saw Vixen in, I think it was 89 or 90.
Oh, wow.
In Germany at a Monsters of Rock.
Oh, okay.
And I think it was Dio and... God, I don't remember. I think it was Whitesnake and Aerosmith.
On it.
Yeah,
it was,
so
it was good stuff.
Oh, it was one of the best concerts because back then it was the Monsters of Rock tour, and I saw you guys, and I had a sign that said, "I want to be your groupie."
You were one of those.
Yes, I was one of those. And I was jumping up and down, and all the Germans were like, which one? And I'm like, all of them, I don't care. But but it was a great concert, and I've been a fan for that long. So when they told me I can, I was able to come and interview you, I was like Deadpool. I'm like a jumping little girl, but I respect that you have been going this long. What has been the drive to go, keep going from then to now, to the 21st century?
Well, music is addictive,
Yes.
You can't really stop. And when you're not doing it, there's other things in life that you want to take care of, and family and things like that. And when you're not doing it, a part of you is missing,
Right.
part of you is kind of dead. So, you have to kind of keep it going.
You took a break from Vixen for a while. You guys kind of had a lull in what you were doing, and then you got together, because I seen you again in, I think it was 2014 in Chicago at Farm Rock.
Right.
And then now it's again
where Justin and I kind of.
So I remember a lot of crazy shit. All my brothers in the Army, I was like, how do you remember that? Like, well, how can you not remember seeing Vixen and Aerosmith and all them? It was just a great concert.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
That was the pinnacle of rock, I think, is in the 80s. For me, I mean, it was just something great. But what, from then to 2014 to then till now to your tour, what drives you? What keeps you going to keep producing music and writing music?
Well, it's a way to express yourself, and like I said, when you're not doing it, it's building up.
Yeah.
So, Justin and I hadn't done any new music in quite a few years, either of us. So when we sat down together, it was like, turning on the faucet.
Yeah.
It just
flowed out.
Out it came. We had a lot to say. So, that's just what it's about, is, you got something to say, and music is a really great way to say it.
Well, back then it was you and Jan and Roxy and I always forget.
Cher.
Mm-hmm. Who did most of the writing back then?
Well, we wrote in different teams. I wrote some songs with Jan. I wrote some songs with Cher. Jan wrote some songs with people outside the band. Edge of a Broken Heart was written by Richard Marx and Fee Waybell. So it was a mishmash.
Okay.
A lot of people in different teams working together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Richard, you actually worked with Richard Marx and did some stuff with him as well.
Yeah.
I didn't. Okay, that stuff I should have researched. No, I didn't know that. I really didn't know. I didn't.
Yeah,
know that you worked with Richard Marx.
He wrote and produced "Edge of a Broken Heart," which was our first single. And we were friends. We had the same manager. We knew him, so that was kind of a natural. He knew what we were about and came up with a great song that really suited us.
Yeah.
So it felt right.
So now you're on the solo tour. So how does this? I mean, you're with Janet Gardner. Okay. I mean,
lucky guy.
Yeah. Yes, you are. I mean, how does that? How do you? When she comes on stage and everybody knows Janet Gardner, how do you deal with all the the fame and that she has.
Oh, I embrace it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just, to me, it's just like, that's my wife. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, on top of not only is my music partner, but that's my wife. And,
Right.
you know, that's really cool to me. That's just, you know, I just see it and I just get nothing but just joy out of it. And
Yeah.
seeing the attention, and especially with everything that's happened lately and the support and love she gets and everything else, it's a high for me, too.
Yeah, because I mean, it's been around. Like I said, I saw her in Germany a long time ago, and it's just, you know, she's one of my top 3, you know, wannabe interviews. I had Sebastian Bach a couple of years back at Farm Rock when he was at Farm Rock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I get to see Janet Gardner. I mean, you know, do you get that a lot? Do you get, oh my God, you're married to Janet Gardner?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Yes. And
I get a lot of, you're married to that hot Justin James?
You're adorable. I love you.
Yeah.
I'm bad at this stuff.
I'm getting a cavity here. It's getting real sweet.
Wait till you see us on stage.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can't
you'll
wait.
definitely. People
Now-
throwing up all over the place.
Now, since you know you married to Janet, do you guys, when you get on stage, is it that much of a cohesive type of stage presence that you get, or did you guys have to work at it?
We hate each other on stage. We just try to stay as far away. No, it is completely natural. I mean, it's funny because the first show we did together, there were times we were sitting there and we get up in each other's face, and all of a sudden I catch myself going in to give her a kiss. You know, just not even thinking about it. Wait, you're on stage. You got to tell yourself, no, wait, hold on.
No, we're cool rock stars. We can't do that.
You know, it's natural, and
Yeah.
you know, finally after enough shows, it just screw it, why fight it? Just
Yeah,
it
just
is what
do
it
it.
is, and with all the reason we do this is to have fun and just
Yeah.
have a good time. And the greatest part is too, we get to share it together and go up there and
Yeah.
just rock out, and I love it.
Yeah, and the chemistry is what it is. So,
Right.
you know, why try to
Why fight it?
hold that back?
Now, when you went on stage with him, was it just is it just something that you know you wanted to do, or was it kind of weird at first? What kind of emotions were there when you guys went on stage the first time?
Well, I mean, we had written a whole album together, and we had, you know, well, the first time we went on stage together actually was, yeah, we got married a couple of days later.
Oh,
We were in Vegas and with the Sin City
of course,
Sinners.
Vegas.
Yeah, we went.
We couldn't help
We-
it was in the air.
Yeah, we that was the first time we were on stage together, and yeah, it was a great chemistry. We only did a few songs, and then after we got married, we set up a studio at home, and we had no plans. We were both kind of nervous about writing together because what if there were hurt feelings, or what if we just didn't have that musical chemistry that we have just as people. Mm-hmm. So Justin was just playing some different riffs and stuff, and I just came in the room and we just started working on stuff, and it just sort of developed really naturally and organically. We didn't make any big plans. We didn't say, oh, let's make this kind of record, let's make it sound like this, none of that. We just did what came out, and it was really satisfying.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, it got to the point where it was like every week we had a new song, and it was just kind of moving. I mean, at first it was, oh, we made a song together. What do we do? Well, maybe write another one. Yeah. And the next thing it was like, yeah, like every week we had a new song, and you know, at one point we're like, well, maybe we'll do an EP. Well, crap, we're close to a whole album now. Let's keep going. And we just had so much fun doing it together that it was great, you know, and there was a lot of trust and everything else. And like she said, you know, what if somebody writes something that the other person isn't feeling? You don't want to hurt their feelings. We didn't have that issue. We just kind of supported each other and just kind of rolled with it.
Right, and we kept it positive.
Yeah.
If there was several ideas going at once, we just sort of gravitated to the one that we both felt really good about. We didn't have to say, oh, I don't really like that. That never happened. It was we always had something that we both really felt good about to keep it moving.
Yeah, I've had a lot of friends tell me, when I told them I was coming here to interview you, and they were like, "Oh, tell them I want to be her guitar. I want to do this or I want to do that, or I'm like, she's married now. And they're like, really? I'm like, you really need to keep up on the rock scene. Yeah. But
it's been a couple of years.
A few years. But when you were touring with Vixen, back in the day, what was the drive? What kept you ladies going all those years? Because I mean, those were the big hair glam years. What kept you ladies going?
We were having fun. We were having the time of our lives.
Yeah.
It was dreams coming true left and right. So it wasn't hard to keep going.
Yeah. When was that?
It was hard work. After months and months and months, we would play over 200 shows a year, and it got tiring.
Wow.
And I don't care what it is that you're doing, no matter what it is, if you're doing it nonstop, it does get old, and you do need a break. So there were times when we were all like, we'd get to the last part of a tour, and it would be like checking days off. Okay, we're going home in 6 days, 5 days, 4 days, just to see your dog, or, just, you did get, we got to the point where, and we'd be on stage, and after, sometimes it would kind of strike me. I'm like, wow, we're on stage in front of like 10,000 people. and I'm thinking about what's in the catering room, I think there's Indian food back there. So after a while, it does get kind of, you need a break to come back and really appreciate, what's happening.
Yeah. Now, did you know her back in the day when Vixen was like huge in the late 80s and everything, or did you just see her one day and like, oh my Lord?
He was in elementary school.
You're a youngin'. Oh, Lord, have mercy.
No, I met Janet probably 3, 4 years. It's my cougar. I've got a cool shirt too. I forgot about that shirt.
Oh,
with it's a hunter shooting at a cougar.
Yeah,
cougar hunter. No, we had met like 4 years ago, and I was a fan. I loved her music, loved her voice, but we didn't know each other, and I met her 4 years ago, I think, at a Narcata show or something back, and I'm like, oh my God, who is that? And I didn't even put two and two together at first, but my jaw just hit the ground, and lucky me, now we're married.
Why couldn't I get your attention back in the 80s? Shit. Yeah. We're the same age. So, did you, when you heard her, obviously you knew Vixen was around for quite a while.
Oh, yeah.
When you heard her, you said your jaw hit the ground and everything, but did you go and get other old CD? Well, I almost said tapes. Oh, all their old tapes.
No, I had
cassettes.
I went and got the albums, and
that's even further back.
No, I had already had them. I've always been a fan of that music genre and whatnot. So, I knew exactly the tunes and everything else. But I was like, when I saw her, that's when my jaw hit the ground.
Yeah.
And then of course when I heard her today, she's better than ever.
It's amazing.
And then at that point I had a heart attack. So my jaw was,
Yeah, because when I saw him at Farm Rock, it was just like I never left. It was the same as Germany. It really was. It was just the same sound, the same voice. It was like nothing ever changed.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
And being in the studio with her was like, oh my God, hearing her isolated, like hearing a voice so loud and so powerful with, when she was recording, I'm going, oh my God.
It is the power behind it.
Yes.
It's just not the song, it's the power behind it.
Absolutely.
That she has.
Yep.
So before you met her and started, what did you do before that?
I played, I'm actually from Chicago, so I played in a couple bands around here. I did some stuff this was after we met with the band Taiketo.
Okay.
The Monsters of Rock cruise with them. Did a couple of things with Brandon Gibbs and Joel from Collective Soul and Sal from Stained.
Okay.
I was a drifter. I was I tried a country thing at one point, just completely not my thing.
Did you really?
I did. I figured, the money was there, and country music today is a lot of what.
That up.
It's a lot of what the 80s is today, but with the twangy voiceover. So I thought, well, maybe I can do this. Unfortunately, I got hooked up with like a Dolly Parton-ish type country artist, and that didn't last very long. And so getting to do this together and do our own original music instead of playing somebody else's music or, I mean, not that I don't love all those bands or anything like that. I mean, this is just so cool, especially when it's the two of us writing it together and getting out there and playing. It's a rush. And
I got to dig that up now. I'm going to have to find that just to play.
I'm not going to tell you who it was, so
I don't care.
You'll never find it. No.
I'll find it. So when you met him, and he is young, what was your, like, oh my God, this guy's hitting on me, and he's like...
Well, he didn't really. We didn't say much, though.
No.
When we first met, we were both kind of like, huh. Huh.
Look at the eyes.
And the smile. So, we didn't say much the first night that we met. We just talked a little bit. And then the next year when we came back to Farm Rock, I thought, God, I wonder if he's going to be there. Sure enough, he was there. So then we,
That's the only reason I went.
Was it?
Yeah.
Then we started, and then we started talking more, and I got him really smashed.
She practically killed me that night.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was it in the back in the bar in the back there?
No, we
Or
were
was
just kind
it-
of hanging out by the buses and stuff, just
Oh,
chatting,
okay.
having fun, and
And she just got you.
We had Maker's Mark on our rider.
Ooh.
So we had a bottle of that. So, I poured him a little lot.
That's one hell of a writer.
And
That's the best
so
writer I've ever heard.
so that definitely loosened us up, and then we were able to, talk
Yeah.
more and
talk more.
then
right?
we
yeah.
yeah. No, we did nothing
We
happened.
were just joking and just kind of
nothing happened. We just
Mm-hmm.
we went
I'm just I'm teasing, but
talking.
I'm teasing, but I mean it is.
understand when you lead into a story with we were getting drunk and we were getting trashed
and we
with
were
the rock
just
show
talking.
and no, but it was innocent and it was that. I mean, it was so pure. I mean, everything, and we just became close friends for the month. Upcoming month. Just talking and texting and messaging each other and whatnot. And then we got together, and then the magic just happened. We gave it a shot, and we knew we had feelings for each other, but I think we were both too afraid to come out and admit it and just say it.
Right. It took a long time for us to, decide that.
Yeah.
To stop being scared. Well, and I had to do most of it, of course.
I'm a wuss. I totally let her just lead the way with it.
I was like, okay, this Facebook thing is nice, but here's my phone number. So,
Yeah, Facebook only let
eventually we got to where we are, but he did ask me to get married, so that's the one
really?
that,
Big one I
that's the one
took.
that he-
Yes.
Oh,
I stepped
okay.
up on that one.
Okay. Yeah. So, going back to the tour, where do you guys go from here so we can let people know? Because I just seen the guy come in and say, hey, we got to get going.
Oh yeah, we got to get ready for the show. You tell them.
Tomorrow night we're in Green Bay,
Okay.
unfortunately Packer Town, at a place club called Fatheads. And then on the 30th we are at the Diesel in Detroit.
Okay.
And then on the 31st we are at Nicky Sturgis, which is also in Michigan. I cannot remember the name of the town that unfortunately that's in.
It's Sturgis.
Is it Sturgis?
Sturgis.
It's Sturgis. Yeah, there's a Sturgis in.
Nikki's.
Okay.
In
Yeah.
Sturgis.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
Duh. I'm fried. Like I said, 2 hours of sleep. And then after that, we go back to Houston and at the beginning of April. And then we are in Jersey at Dingbats out there, which we played at once before. It was a blast. And now we're in talks with going over to Europe at the end of May. And then Rock and Skull, we're back out here headlining Saturday night in Pekin, Illinois.
Pekin.
Some-
What is it called?
It's Pekin.
Pekin.
It's Pekin.
Pekin.
He's from
Yes.
Illinois, yeah.
So that's what we got solid on the books right now.
Okay.
So it's going to be a busy couple weeks coming up.
Okay. And you're touring just with Justin, or when are you going to be back with Vixen?
Vixen, we're starting up again in June. We're doing a lot in Europe. We're doing the Sweden Rock Festival.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah, we're doing we're doing Grass Pop Metal Meeting in Belgium,
Okay.
which is another huge festival. Nottingham, Barcelona festivals, both of those. And we're doing a bunch of shows, casino shows with Skid Row this summer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's going to be busy.
You are busy.
Lots of singing, lots of music.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Well, I got to tell you, when I saw you in Germany, I mean, I had to get tickets. And I even, because I was stationed over in Germany. We were actually border patrol in Germany, East-West German border. And when you guys came to town with Dio and Aerosmith, and
right.
I was like, I gotta go. And I went with a bunch of German friends, and like I said, I made the sign, and I was just making an ass on it. Well, I was 21 years old, you know.
There you go, yeah.
I was like, what, who cares, They're not going to know who I am. But it was funny because everybody asked me, and then when I saw you at Farm Rock, and then you guys are coming here, so it's nice to see that, you're still going, and the drive is still there. So what I'm going to ask you is what do you tell up and comers, the bands that are up and coming? What makes you keep going, or what should they know to keep going and just to do it?
Well, just do it for the love of doing it, because that's what keeps you going. You know, it's not success, fame, fortune. None of that really matters. What matters is that you love what you do. Be honest and real. Be yourself.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Just get out and enjoy it.
And one other question that I get from a lot of listeners from our radio station is not just the name of bands, but when was that oh shit moment? Like, holy shit, this is really happening. We're on stage in front of 20,000 people or whatever. When was that moment for you guys?
The first arena tour that we did was with the Scorpions in Europe, and the first night was in Copenhagen, and that was it.
That was it, huh?
Yeah, we were standing backstage, the lights went down, the roar of the crowd. We all looked at each other and went, wow! Holy shit! So, yeah, that was definitely...
That was your oh shit moment in Copenhagen, huh?
The huge moment, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Taking your time out and doing the interview.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
You have no idea. I mean, yes, I'm trying to be like I've been here before, and I have, but I'm jumping up and down like a 14-year-old girl. Because, I mean, you have always been, somebody that I've listened to. Vixen has always been part of my music, library. Even now that I have the radio station, it's still part of it, but it was always there.
Right.
You guys have always been there. So I appreciate your time, and I really, really thank you for your time. And I know you guys got to go because he just came.
Yeah, it was showtime.
Okay. All right. So we were going to get this posted as soon as we can. Janet, Justin, check them out. They're going to be on tour for a long time, and she's going to be back on tour with Vixen. We'll see you later on Asgard Radio.